I mean, I can't tell people what to post or what to say. But Nicki Minaj damn sure needs to stay away from anything, posting anything about kids, trans or otherwise. She supports a dude that is on the Epstein list 1,000 times. She's actually married to a registered sex offender, a pedophile. She shouldn't be able to watch Jason Kidd or listen to Kid and Play or New Kids on the Block. Hell, she got to walk around the aisle with Cabbage Patch Kids on it. And she damn sure should stay away from Sour Patch Kids. And it ain't Governor Newsom Nicki needs to be worried about. It's Chris Hansen.
Speaking to the Barbs and the Barbs only, but I'm speaking to the Barbs that have common sense. Can you explain why Nicki would end up supporting Charlie Kirk's wife and his legacy and go on and why is she taking this whole turn with Trump and stuff? Can you just explain to me why? And I don't need you to comment dumb stuff.
Y'all, the rap girlies are fighting again. And this time, it isn't because they are battling for the #1 spot on the charts or going after each other's kids. No, it all started after Nicki confirmed once and for all that she really is a MAGA Barbie and got the internet spinning. No shade to anyone because everyone is entitled to their opinions and beliefs. But child, the way Nicki went about this and why she is suddenly turning MAGA has got her losing fans left, right, and center. And you already know her ops are having the time of their life watching Nicki ruin her legacy like this. And child, you already know Cardi is the one enjoying this most. Because according to sources close to her, they are saying Cardi always knew it would end like this for Nicki, and it all comes down to Nicki's husband. But is there any truth to this? Let's get into it real quick.
I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win and to do it with your head held high and your integrity intact.
So I am sure you have noticed, Nicki Minaj has been getting a bit into politics lately. She's basically came out as a Trump supporter, which is crazy because back in 2020, Nicki called out Trump's anti-immigration policies and said that she wasn't going to be jumping on the Trump bandwagon. And she was also the one talking about how Trump was a prime example of misogyny against women in the entertainment industry, and that he was the type of man who needs to have young women around him just to feel cool.
Trump could say, "You're fired." Let Martha Stewart run her company the same way and be the same way. Oh, evil. But Donald Trump, he gets to hang out with young and have 50 different wives and just be cool. Oh, Donald, we love you. Donald Trump. But when you're...
I mean, this was even the same person that released a freestyle remix about Trump in November 2016, just a month after he was elected. Now, guess who's turning around to say he's the best thing that's happened to America since McDonald? We already saw her positioning herself to be a part of MAGA when she came out to talk about the Christian persecution in Nigeria. But the Barbs defended her, saying that she was just speaking on an issue she was passionate about. And this wasn't exactly the first time Nicki has shown love to Nigeria. But things got a bit dicey when Nicki spoke out against Gavin Newsom after California passed a law that allowed schools not to force teachers to tell parents if their kids want to go by a different name or different pronoun in school. So if a student is dealing with a gender identity crisis and they are not ready for their parents to know, the school cannot be made to out them to their parents. In face, Gavin is someone who has talked several times about pro-trans rights. Now, as soon as the law was passed, Nicki tweeted saying, "Imagine being the guy running on wanting to see trans kids. Not even a trans adult would run on that. Normal adults wake up and think they want to see healthy, safe, and happy kids." Nicki basically jumped into an issue that was already pretty hot because conservative parents were fuming and claiming that parents deserve to be involved in everything involving their kids. especially something as serious as that, while the other side were saying that some kids were not safe at home, so this was the best solution. The Barbs still found a way to stand behind Nicki, claiming that she was only looking out for parents' interests since she had a child too and wanted to be a part of her son's life. But child, when Nicki showed up all smiles to the Turning Point USA Memorial Program in Phoenix, everything changed. Nicki was one of the guest speakers, when other Black creators who were also part of Turning Point USA were not invited to speak or do anything important. Now that Candace Owens is turning her back to Turning Point USA, they no longer have a Black person to prop up as the face of that community. So it wouldn't be too surprising that they are using Nicki's status and fame to get more of the Black community over to their side.
But what it's shown me personally is sometimes, even in the worst feeling times in your life, you think that you're never going to come back from it. But you do. And our president shows that. He's been through every single thing a person could be through publicly. Having to constantly be lied on. It's not really that funny. Until you are in that person's shoes that's being lied on, you'll never understand what it feels like. That person is a human being. They have a family who has to read those lies. And it's just not fair.
And when fans saw Nicki sitting there and saying all these talking points that had never come out of her mouth before, everyone was like, what the hell is going on? Like, blink twice if you are really seeing Onika Tanya Mirage on stage with Erica Kirk. She was really out there being openly transphobic. Mind you, majority of Nicki fans are from the LGBTQ community, so this was clearly very strange, and her fans were hella mad. Well, some are saying that is allegedly doing all this for her husband, Kenneth Petty. I still don't know where Nicki found that man, but ever since they got together, it's been one problem or another, with the latest being Nicki sued for $500,000 after her husband punched a security guard in Germany who got into an argument with Nicki. With all her achievements, the one thing people have been shading Nicki about is her husband being an ex-offender, because that is one stain that never comes off. So, maybe Nicki is doing all this to get her husband's record expunged, and he no longer has to register as an offender every time they go to a new state. And if that is not it, people also brought up that Nicki's brother, Jelani Mirage, is also in trouble. He also has a record for repeatedly SAing his 11-year-old stepdaughter for weeks while her mother was at work. The crime took place in 2015, but Jelani was convicted in 2017 and sentenced in 2020 to 25 years behind bars. And ever since then, this man has tried over and over again to appeal the conviction, but has been rejected by all the judges. So, Nicki's brother has the same issues her husband is dealing with, and Nicki might be trying to work something out for him. But people are also saying that Nicki might be doing all this to save herself, because even though she's been in the US since she was 5 years old, she was born in Trinidad and Tobago and is not a citizen. She has a green card and is considered a legal resident, but citizenship? Child. I mean, she couldn't even vote for President Trump since she isn't a citizen. Nicki has been trying to get that one done for a minute, and she's complained about how difficult it is to get a citizenship. So, the timing of her switching over to MAGA is off. For a while now, Trump's rhetoric about immigrants has been getting stronger and bolder. And after the conveniently timed attack on DC, Trump's rhetoric has gotten browner, honing in on the Black community. Even people that already have green cards have been informed that it is being reviewed again and could be revoked at any minute. So, what better solution than to suck up to Trump, make herself seem valuable to them, and finally put herself in a better position to secure that citizenship?
Nicki Minaj has gone full-blown MAGA on Twitter, or X, right? And I think it's because she's scared of deportation. She is starting to get worried with this immigration policy because, mind you, she's been in the United States since she was 5 years old and she's still not a citizen. And pre-COVID, she even talked about how hard it is to get citizenship in this country. You can be a multimillionaire, you can be a celebrity, and it's still a hard process to get citizenship. It's easier just to renew your green card, right? She has gone so far to turn against her own fan base. She literally, like, the LGBTQ is like her ride or dies, right? They do all her dirty work for her, right? And she went on to say that, like, trans people are not normal.
Nicki Minaj's husband is a convicted ex-offender, and her brother is a PDF. No wonder she fits in so well with the MAGA crowd. I forever canceled Nicki Minaj years ago when I found out she married a R-word and continued defending her husband, who was also a R-word. Her turn to full-blown MAGA wasn't very surprising, TBH. Are y'all surprised to see Nicki's turn to MAGA? Or was it something you saw coming? Share your thoughts in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.